Hello, my name's Heather Regan-Addis from Beachcomber Meditation, and I'm here with my dear friend Tracy Connor. And for the Beachcomber Meditation podcast, this is episode 2, and it's all about our new subscription that's starting on the 1st of May, a year of meditation. So, welcome, Tracy. It's good to see you. How are you doing today?
Hello, Heather. It's lovely to see you, and I'm really well, thank you.
Good, good.
So, Heather, what can you tell me? Can you tell me a bit about this year of meditation?
Year of medication.
Medication. I
Yeah. It's instead of medication, we can do a year
know.
of meditation instead. Yeah, so it's a monthly subscription, um, and what we're going to be doing is each month we're going to be exploring a different theme, and then using meditation and reflection and journaling to explore that theme. And for the first 6 months, we're going to be exploring the 6 habits of happy people. And so, how it will work is that each week there'll be a meditation practice and a reflection practice to do, plus some journaling prompts if journaling is your thing. And then anyone who's interested, they can access the recordings at any time. There'll also be a teaching blog each week with a short teaching about the subject that we're looking at that week. Um, and there'll be a weekly meeting on a Thursday evening at 8 o'clock where we'll practice together and we'll share our experience, and there'll be an opportunity to ask any questions. So that's kind of what it's going to look like. It's only £9.99 a month, and people can cancel at any time. So you can just come along for 1 month or as many months as you like. Yeah, so that's kind of a year of meditation.
Sounds really wonderful.
Thank
And
you.
9.99 a month, my goodness. It's a bottle of wine, isn't it? So, or a couple of lattes, to do yourself real good. So, could you tell me about the rationale behind it?
Yes. So what I wanted to do with that is with this a year of meditation is make meditation accessible to people who have busy lives. So like over the years, I've worked with hundreds of meditation students, and their biggest obstacle is time. So the practices on a year of meditation will be quite short, no longer than 15 minutes. So it's just needing to find like 15 minutes a day, time to read a short teaching kind of once a week, and an hour on a Thursday night. So which isn't compulsory. You don't have to come to the Thursday night. They'll be recorded and people can catch them up. So basically, the idea is that people can fit these like bite-sized bits into their daily life wherever it fits, depending on everything else that they're doing. And then, but I wanted it to be kind of meaningful and effective. So hence the long-term nature of it being called a year of meditation. So we can do these bite-sized bits, but if we do them over a longer period, then that really will be transformative. So I remember I said to one of my friends who's a meditator that the idea is that we're going to be doing short practices as part of Beachcomber meditation, and they were questioning the effectiveness of that. But often that's all people have got time for, and if you've got a bit more time, you can sit for longer. But 15 minutes a day is like a reasonable, I think, commitment. And if you miss a day, no problem. But if we develop sort of themes month after month after month, then I think that it'll be a possibility for people who have very busy lives but who want to meditate to do so in a meaningful way that will lead to transformation and change for them over the months. So that's kind of the rationale, and wanting to make it affordable too. And I think 9.99 a month's pretty affordable. Yeah.
Absolutely. No, it sounds really, really good and really well thought out. Excellent. So you talk about themes. What are some of the themes?
Yes, so our first 6 months, we're going to be exploring the 6 habits of happy people. And they include things like presence and gratitude, kindness, relationship skills, and yeah, things like that. So we'll take one of those each month and explore them in a bit more detail. And what I'm planning is that for each theme, we'll go deeper into it each week of the month. So we'll start kind of at a fairly sort of noticing level. So we'll be kind of noticing. So if it's, if it's, well, let's talk about presence because I've actually planned that one because that's what's happening in May. Okay. So for May, we're going to be exploring presence. So what is presence? And, you know, if you think about it, we're only ever here and we're only ever now. You know, wherever we are, we're always here. Always feels like we're here. You know, like you might go on holiday to Spain, but while you're in Spain, when you're sitting in your, you know, hotel room or whatever, you feel you're here. So actually, we're only ever here, and in the same way, we're only ever now. So, you know, we might think about the future and we might think about the past, but the only actual experience that's directly available to us in terms of what we might call time is now. So, so we're going to be exploring presence in terms of here and now. And for the first couple of weeks, we're going to just be noticing. So we're going to be noticing body sensations and noticing breath and noticing what it's like to be present with body sensations and breath. And then we're going to move on to thoughts and emotions. So noticing different emotions, noticing different thoughts. So becoming curious about those aspects of our experience and asking ourselves, well, what is it like to be present with thoughts? And what is it like to be present with emotions? And these are all kind of mental activity that's happening in our experience that relate to our direct experience. So kind of one maybe category of mental activity. And then after that, we're going to look at our attitude to that mental activity. So, you know, how do I feel about the body sensations I notice? How do I feel about my experience of the breath? How do I feel about my thoughts? And how do I feel about my emotions? And this uncovers our attitude. So we might have judgments, we might have preferences, we might like certain things and not like certain things. And these judgments and preferences take the form of more subtle thoughts, but they're also mental activity. So we're going to start by looking at these different aspects of mental activity. And then when we get to the end of the month, we'll be asking ourselves, who is it who knows, or what is it that knows the mental activity? So becoming curious about the awareness that knows the mental activity that's happening in the mind, and get a sense that like the mental activity is normally what we think we are, but actually it's that knowing, the presence, the knowing, we might call it awareness or being. Actually, that's what we really are. And if we can become that awareness, if we can be that awareness, we come to realize that it's always calm and it's always happy and it's never impacted in any way by the mental activity. Yeah. So, however troubling the thoughts are, however difficult the emotions are, if we can connect and become awareness, we won't be troubled by these experiences. So that's kind of the rationale for presence, and we'll follow a similar rationale for like gratitude, for example, and kindness. We'll start noticing, so noticing kindness, noticing obstacles to kindness, and then we'll gradually develop that and go deeper through the different weeks of the month to come to this what would we call a non-dual understanding that we are awareness, and that awareness is always, you know, peaceful and calm, and we share that awareness with everybody else. So that's kind of the idea, and that's the way to be awareness is to let go of all the effort in our meditation practice, so it becomes non-meditation, which is what meditation actually is, which is why the course is a year of meditation rather than a year of mindfulness. Yeah. So that's the plan.
Sounds amazing. Absolutely amazing. Thank you, Heather.
Yeah. Thanks, Tracy. Have you got any other questions?
No, I was just thinking about how what you've shared is just what I've come to experience myself, and how transformative it is, and how, you know, it'd be lovely if we can, and you can share this with as many people as possible. Yeah.
Wonderful. Thank you. Thanks, Tracy.
Thank you.
So you've been listening to Heather Egan Addison, Tracy Connor, talking about a year of meditation, the new subscription that's the Beachcomber Meditation starting on the 1st of May. As we've said a few times, $9.99 a month, and you can cancel at any time. So we hope to see you there.